Hello, I'm going to start this video with a bunch of apologies, so bear with me. Number one, I'm sorry that my hair is terrible. It's wet, I haven't straightened it. I haven't got time to wait for it to dry, so yeah. Second of all, I'm going to say sorry because this video is probably going to be quite a lot shorter than last week's. But that isn't really difficult because last week was incredibly long. Yeah, that didn't mean to happen, and that kind of just happened. This one's going to be shorter for a few main reasons. One being I'm in a bit of a rush, so I haven't got the time to do a proper long video. Two, I don't know very much about this band, so I can't go into as much detail about it. I like the music, I know the music, I listened to the album plenty of times, but I've got something to say, but I just don't know the band very well. That's the case with most Western music industry bands, sorry. Yes, it's in English this time. You'll understand the lyrics, that's good. And I've actually forgotten the last reason. Oh well, let's get this started then. So, the album I'm covering this week is Dead by April's self-titled album, so it's called the band's name, which was released back in 2009, so quite an old album. Not really that old, but you get what I mean, it isn't recent. And I really like this album. I listened to it a lot, but because I was going to review it, I listened to it a few more times than usual, just so I'd have a lot to say. And I realised something quite crucial about this album. It's quite a big thing, actually. But basically, what I realised is, it's all the same. Now, that's going to sound quite strange. Of course, it isn't exactly the same, because that would just be a cheapskate if you bought an album and every track was exactly the same to the letter. But I mean, as in, there isn't very much variety going on. I'm just trying to think how I can explain this. Okay, I know how I can explain this. When I was listening to it, when I was walking back from university campus to here, I was listening to it. And every time it took me like a bit to realise that the track had even changed. Because they're that similar. And like, it's all just some guitars playing, some singing, some screaming, that's all it really is. And it's not that I don't like the songs, they're incredibly good songs. And I have bits from the album scattered all over my playlists on my laptop. It's just when you listen to it as an album, it sounds more like one massive track rather than just one album, which for me, I see as kind of a bad thing. Just to show you what I mean, I'm going to play a couple of tracks, obviously not the full things, just little clips. It probably won't really show now that I'm doing this, because you really got to listen to the full thing, but I'll do that anyway. If I don't have an album art, if I can't go online and get one, I'll just put the song titles instead, just so you know what's going on. So I don't know what tracks I'm going to choose yet either, so I'll choose when I'm editing. So here you go, here's a bit just to show you what I mean. Do you get what I mean, now that I've shown you the tracks? I hope you do. I hope it's not just me thinking this. And like, some people think of this as a really good thing, because it's like a safety net in a way. Like, you know you like every track because you like one track. Like, because you know you like the style of music. But, I don't know, I see that as kind of a bad thing, because it means you're just stuck with one genre of music, you're stuck with one type, and you don't explore, and that's one main thing I think is wrong with people in music. They don't explore into other genres, and they just go, oh, that's rubbish because it's like hip hop, or that's rubbish because it's rap. When really, in reality, everyone has genres they prefer, but there's always going to be things in other genres you find catchy. Like I was showing you of Super Junior's album last week. It's completely different, but because of that, you find different types of music you'd never think of listening to, and you think, oh, this is really good, I really like this. And as a result, you get into different groups. Like, if I wasn't looking into different genres, I would have never found K-pop or J-pop or any of that. I would have never even thought of it. I would have just thought, oh, it's a different language, it's rubbish. But you've got to explore, and because of the limitations of this album, it's not giving you that opportunity. And of course, this band sells in a certain genre, I get that. It's their genre, that's what they do. But if it gets to the point where you're listening and you can't even tell the tracks change, I think that's a bit too far. I guess this means, in a way, it kind of shows you how money dominates the music industry. And this has taken a completely wrong turn here, but just bear with me. It's kind of like they want to make sure that people will like it, otherwise they won't buy the albums, they won't go to the gigs, they won't spend money on this band, they won't get profit, and it will just be completely pointless. So they keep themselves enclosed in one area and just think, we know this works, we know we've got a group of people who will buy it, who will spend money on us, so we'll stick with this, we won't change. And that is quite sad, really, when you think about it, because no one thinks about doing anything else. You just get stuck in a box and you just stay there. That's quite depressing, sorry. It really limits people's creativity, doesn't it? Oh well, what can you do? And on that rather depressing note, which I didn't really intend to happen, but it happened, I'm sorry, I'm going to end the video here. I think I can hear sighs of relief from a distance here, because it isn't another 9-minute video. Yeah, I really don't know what to say now, so I'm just going to end it off here. Like I said last week, because I'm still struggling to get internet, really, for long periods of time, if anyone asks questions in your videos, can you send me a message on Twitter as well? I know everyone who does these videos, all of you, have my Twitter. So, yeah, just send them to me so I can answer them, because I don't want to end up missing things. And secondly, if you have any recommendations, tell me. If I can get my hands on them, I will. I'm not going to promise, but if I can do it, I will do it. Because there's only so much music I can do on my laptop, really. And yeah, so that's me off. Bye, see you next week.